Put a man in motion. Graham snap it to Prescott. Steps back in the pocket. Throws it down the sideline. Leaping catch at the 25, to the 10, to the 5.
There's a snap. Bo looking to throw. Throws the end zone. Walton. He's got it. Forget the field goal. The Rebels have a touchdown.
Let's offer some deeper perspective, shall we, on the two Mississippi teams, not just tied for number 3 in the AP poll, but also atop the uber-competitive SEC West with Auburn. We got our Ole Miss insider Courtney Cronin and Michael Bonner, who covers the Bullies for the Clarion Ledger. Courtney, let's start with you. You know, so much attention the last couple of years has been paid to Bo Wallace, the good Bo, bad Bo storyline, which we think has been put to bed for the time being. But you seem to feel the defense truly identifies this team. Can you give me an example of that?
Yeah, without question. There's a reason that Ole Miss right now is the third best team in interceptions with 10 on the season. A lot of that goes back to the depth that this program possesses in its secondary. We knew the secondary would be one of the best in the country. The question going into 2014, can this team be a top 10 defense? Sinquez Golson with that key interception, picking off Blake Sims late in the Alabama game to secure the victory. That's just one example, but if you go back a week before when this team struggled mightily against Memphis, the defense came through, only allowed an average of 2 yards per play, and helped secure that victory going forward into its biggest win in quite some time.
Michael, let's talk a little Auburn. The Tigers gouged LSU for nearly 300 yards rushing last week, but the run game was actually held to a season low last year against State. How do you think the Bulldogs compare this year to last year in that regard?
I think they're actually a little bit better, and we saw Mississippi State hold Auburn to 120 yards rushing last season, by far the best of any team the Tigers played, and they even were the first team to hold Texas A&M and Johnny Manziel below 100 yards last season. So this run defense has experience stopping some of the best run offenses in the country, and they've done it again this year. They slowed down LSU, who ran the ball about 75% of their plays, and as I said, it's only gotten better this year with Chris Jones, Preston Smith up front.
Well, I'm sure this is a debate that's going all on across the state of Mississippi, but who better to ask you, who is the better team in the Magnolia State, Ole Miss or Mississippi State? Defend your school. Courtney, you start.
I think that the Rebels are very complete right now. When you take a look at Bo Wallace, as you said, Bonnie, the good Bo, bad Bo narrative, regardless of what he does from here on out, he's beaten 2 top 10 programs in LSU last year and against Alabama this year. A fourth quarter comeback against a team like the Crimson Tide that beats you down in the first and second quarter and then really finish the job in the second half, that's not an easy feat. And as we said about the defense before, I think this defense as a top 10 defense right now, I believe we're somewhere along, the number 4 range. They can continue to get it done week in and week out. They're already in the college football playoff discussion. That's going to get solidified by the end of the season.
I think you're right, Courtney. I think that both teams are right there in that college football discussion. The difference is Dak Prescott. I think he puts Mississippi State over the top. Bo Wallace, as you said, is good and bad. You never know what you might get. Dak Prescott has been great since last season. He had one bad game against South Carolina, and that was the week leading up to his mom passed away the next day. So he said, no excuses, but his mind was away from football that game. Since that time, he's been just one of the best in the country, and there's a reason why he's one of the front runners for the Heisman conversation. Dak Prescott makes Mississippi State a different team and really propels them as one of the best in the nation.
Well, the Egg Bowl could wind up being as big as the Iron Bowl was last year. Courtney Cronin and Michael Bonner blooming with information on the Magnolia State schools. Thanks to both of you for the time.
All right, thanks, Bonnie.